is it wrong to change memories? And the answer is no, because our brain is naturally doing that all the time. So there is no fixed, solid, concrete thing that's in our brain called a memory. So today's topic, or today's question, is a question that is coming in from our YouTube community. So thanks for this. It's actually a question that is something that we have to answer, or it's kind of prevalent quite a bit. So the question is it wrong to change memories?
No.
Okay, next question.
Okay, so it's important, first of all, so there's three parts to this. The first part is understanding that memories are not accurate in the first place, and they're not permanent. So, and there are no people or events or pictures or movies or sounds inside the brain. All that's inside the brain, neurons connecting and chemicals, that's basically it. So for people that may be new to this, how do we know? How do we know that these memories aren't accurate, or do we have other information that we can point them toward that, explains that a little bit more? Well, so I can put some links in the description to the neuroscience side of it, but everybody has experienced, I'm sure, for themselves, where you've been talking about an event with friends or family that you all experienced few years ago, however many years ago, and you all have a different memory of the event. So, there'll be different versions of what happened, and you go, no, but of course that, and each person's memory is their, that's the memory they have of that event. So each one is certain that theirs is the correct one, but the correct one may not even be amongst you, it may not have been what happened. So that's the first piece. The second piece is that memories are already changing and updating. And I'd like to give a personal experience of this.
This is a great example.
So this is a fabulous example. When we were writing our book, Change What Happened to You, as I was writing chapter 1, I described, for those of you who have read the book, I was describing sitting in my car with the brick wall in front of me. And I talk about my cell phone ringing. And as I was writing it, so I don't describe this in the book, but as I was writing it, the scene in my head was very clear. My cell phone was on the passenger seat, as I say in that chapter. And in my head, I was seeing it on the right-hand side. I was remembering my cell phone on the right-hand side, on the passenger seat. I was in the driver's seat facing the brick wall. Well, it was after we'd written the book and everything, I don't know how it came up, but one day I thought, hold on a minute, it couldn't have been. The cell phone couldn't have been on the right, because I was in England. And the driver's seat in those, in cars in England is on the right-hand side. The passenger seat is on the left. So it had to have been on the left-hand side, but that's not the way my brain remembered it. And the reason is I have now been living in America for 5 years, driving on the other side of the car. Passenger seat is on the right. So my brain, without me knowing consciously, without my conscious awareness, my brain updated that information, just that piece in that memory, from there to there, because that's now the updated information of reality. And so now I can tell you, so I can see it there, but I also know it couldn't have been there.
So the point is that, yes, it's okay to change memories, because those memory is already changing, it's updating, and it's not accurate or reliable.
Right.
As we now see in the legal system, eyewitness testimony is often not as
reliable.
It's not as or we recognize it as not reliable. 5 people observing the same automobile accident are going to have 5 different recollections of what happened.
Right. And so now the third part of this is that what is the difference between implicit memory and explicit memory, or or hold on, explicit or declarative memory. I just wanted to get that out.
So what is implicit memory? What's declarative memory? Using big words here.
Yeah. So implicit memory is unconscious memory. So for example, it'll be how you know something, but you don't know how you know it. You don't have conscious memory of it. So for example, when you look outside and you see that it's raining, you know that it's rain, you know it's wet, you know it's not dangerous. You know, if you walk out into it, you'll get wet. So you know all these things, but presumably most people won't have actual conscious memory of that. So they won't remember the first time they experienced rain and how they learned this. So that's implicit memory. It's things that you just know. And of course, we have a lot of that because that's how we, respond to things and react to things automatically without having to think everything through. So that's implicit or non-declarative. Explicit, also known as declarative memory, is conscious memory. You know, and you know how you know. So, for example, an example of declarative memory would be, I know my phone number is this, and I remember I got a new phone and I learned this phone number. So we are changing implicit memory, so unconscious memory, and retaining, and this is very important, the conscious declarative memory. So using the example of my phone, the unconscious part of my brain automatically updated my phone to be on the right-hand side in that scene. And as it happens, it was without me knowing that it did that. Now, I can tell you, though, that it was on the left because I was in England. So I know declaratively, I know consciously that it was on the left, but the unconscious part of my brain automatically puts it on the right. Now, if it was important for me to remember the correct memory that it was actually on the left, then I would just need to play that scene through with the phone on the left until, like you would learn a new phone number, until it was my brain automatically put it on the left again.
Excellent. Right. Yeah, excellent description. Thanks for that. So in summary, kind of wrapping that or pulling this together, is it wrong to change memories? And the answer is no, because our brain is naturally doing that all the time. So there is no fixed, solid, concrete thing that's in our brain called a memory.
Right. And in fact, memories are pulled together. The data of a memory is pulled together from all over. So from all over the brain, I mean. And so the point here as well is that when we do this, you are doing it yourself with your full awareness, and you are doing it consciously and intentionally. So you decide what memories to change, what to change them to, and you will still remember the original events if you need to. I
guess that's another little tag in, or another little addition. That feeling of, or how do we get this sense or a knowing that changing memory might be wrong or a bad thing, and that it is that there are plenty of instances out there where people have manipulated people against their will, or changed memory against their will.
Planting false memories, that kind of thing. And this, of course, is not what's going on here, because you
have complete control of what's happening in the process.
Right. And so we teach people how to change their own memories to whatever they want to. So, of course, watch our other videos for how to change memories, how to find the negative childhood memories, why you want to change, why we change negative childhood memories, how to change them. And I will put the links in the description to more information on this. All right, see you next time.